Good evening. Do you know what? I'm getting really good at that. Right, number one, I've got good evening, Dave. Hope you're well. Number one, I'm half baked already. I'm on to my second can of Stella. We've got some great, smashing, lovely guests on tonight. We've got a chap called Phil, and we've got from Club, and we've got the Rooster joining as well because Paul's still having his tea. Okay, so Club. Where is he? He's there, look. Here we go. We've got the Rooster on. Good evening, sir.
Hello, chaps. You all right? Nice to be on again.
Mate. I'll tell you what, Andy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It felt positive down at the club today.
I have made a note of this on the site. It was the it's the first time for a while where the atmosphere has been brilliant.
It was good.
What I mean? There was a hum. Everybody was building, and well, I want obviously because that's another thing. But it was just positivity all the way through, and everybody seemed happy, which was good.
I'd absolutely have to agree. I think. I mean, the table set up. We've done that. Ian had done that as normal. We actually had 20 boys and girls in today, which is fantastic. I'll go through register in a minute, but it just felt a lot better. Now, obviously, we know because I have to talk about stuff down at club. And we made a decision, didn't we, Andy, down at the last club about the competition.
Yeah.
And I've put on our admin chat today that it just didn't feel, it just weren't sitting right, mate. What you can explain what we talked about last time and now we've amended that this time.
Well, there was a bit of confusion as it was about the amount of entries you could have into the competition. And for some reason we came up with one per class.
One per class,
which it hadn't gone down well, had it?
No.
So you discussed it today with them, and basically you've turned around and they voted for fill your boats.
Fill your boats,
and we all phrase.
And we also said that you'd got to have a minimum of 10 meetings behind you to enter the competition. And we said that last time, Andy, because, you know, it's a fair representation that you want to come to the club. We have 22 meetings a year, and we said, if you can do 10, that's literally, we have 2 meetings a month, as you know. So that's literally 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. That'll make you 10 up. And that will that'll give you the right to enter the competition. But we talked about it last time and we introduced that straight away, which was a mistake on my behalf.
Mm-hmm.
But we put as big boy pants on, and I said to the boys and girls today, look, I think I've made a mistake. Shall we shelve that? And what we're going to do? And I always go back to we said that we're going to put it back to the floor, and we're going to let all the guys decide what they're going to do. And the overwhelming response was, no, keep the 10 rule, but don't start it until the 2026 year.
Yeah. I think everybody's sort of looking for a new start.
Yes, mate.
Things are paying, and which this is other. So it'd be like, right, January, sit down. This is what we're doing. That's it. If you don't like it, well, you know, we've had a vote, and the majority wins. That's the idea of having a vote, isn't it? So it's like,
absolutely,
yeah,
mate.
I can understand why people were getting a bit iffy. I mean, I can understand people have it's a delicate line. We don't want to say it with insulting people.
No.
And that's the point that I made with you at the thing. You know now what it's like when your work gets in your way.
Yes, mate.
You know, and it's a case of, I don't know if you've looked how many you can do next year if you've got them, but you could easily do 10.
Yes.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
Right. And there's some guys that struggle. There's a couple that have moved on to different jobs.
Yes.
I mean, it's not an intentional stop. It's like, right, I can't do this because I'm working weekends, I'm working longer hours, I'm doing this and that other. But it's a case of there's guys there that there every week and they do as much as they can. And
yes, mate.
We know that these people work, they do the same, and it's trying to get a balance so everybody's happy.
Yes.
And, you know, if somebody goes and enters a competition and wins a trophy, no matter what it is, it'd be nice, you know, it's like, right, at least he's added to the cost and whatever.
Yes, mate, because obviously the trophies, the medals, whatever we get, they cost the club money. So we have to charge £4 per person subs. That's how we do it. We don't have a January, February where we say it's £50 for a year. We pay per visit, and that way, obviously, you know, you're all getting your equal share. We've got a new guy that started down at club. I've actually introduced. I'm going to introduce him now. He's literally brand new to the club. His name's Phil. Not only is he a good modeler, he's also a fantastic fisherman. Let's get Phil on. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. And I've just got my hand up because as a newbie, you don't know me from Adam, really, to be fair. And in all competitions, in all walks of life and things, there are ringers out there. And so until you've got better to know me, and I've been 10 times, then they shouldn't be allowed to submit. It just really shouldn't. They've got to get that bit of experience under the belt. And I would say everybody's been fantastic. Everybody's been welcoming. And it's a good club, good experience. Today, bless him, Dale was sat down with me. I only know Dale through the club. But he'd forgotten his kit. He'd forgotten to pick his toolbox up. He'd brought his model, but forgotten his kit. And I just said, borrow this. I've got plenty of kit. Crack on. So I lent him some snips and some glue and all the rest of it. But otherwise, he were going to go. But there were no need for him to go. He's made effort to get there.
Dale's a fantastic character. Can I just tell you, Phil? He's what is he, Andy? An ex-Royal Marine?
Ex-para, 2-para.
Ex-para. Yeah, you won't look at it. You won't look at him and go ex-para, would you?
No.
Definitely.
No, you'd look at you. I don't know. I think you'd put him behind a desk, to be honest. Yeah, not belittling him at all, but by God, some of the stories he's come out with and where he's been, and what he's done. It's just like, well, I won't be messing about with him.
Well, he's building a Hercules, and of course that ties back into being a para because that's what they used to jump out of.
Yeah.
In fact, while we're just talking, so I'm going to just write Dale Rye airbrush because he wants me to show him the airbrushing technique. So we've had Mr. Chris today, and I've got some photos on Sesco Models Live. If you haven't seen them, I've been doing some tutorials today with Mr. Chris and showing him how to airbrush. He has done it once or twice before, but he just needed a little bit of boost, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Andy, me and you were talking earlier, and we did the charity event at Ponty, and you said that's really juiced me up, that. And today, me airbrushing with Mr. Chris has really got my juices flowing again.
Yeah, well, it will, because airbrushing is your thing. You say you're not a builder, you're a painter. But we discussed it at Ponty Hospital, and it was like a breath of fresh air to get somebody's opinion from the general public about the club. And as you've said a couple of times, a lot of people said, "Oh, I used to do that when I was a kid."
Yeah, mate.
And your phrase was, "Yeah, we all did, but we're still doing it."
We're still doing it.
Yeah, you know, and whether outcomes of it, I don't know yet. But yeah, it's amazing. It's a hobby that I think everybody's dabbled in at least once.
At least once, yeah.
And some of us go to different extremes and go into different branches of it, whether it be aircraft, cars, or dioramas. I mean, that diorama of Andy White's, that's something else, isn't it?
I've ripped him on that today.
That is something else, is that?
Yeah, even though it's so clean. Joining us also this evening, we've got mine host, James. Good evening, James.
Hello, James.
Good evening.
James is mine host because he controls the buttons as well as I do. Okay, so it's evening to James. We've got another one on a full house. Let's get the boy in. It's our Aid. Good evening, Aid.
Evening, everybody.
Hey, Aid.
How are we all?
Very well, mate. Very well.
Last but not least, my favourite out of all of you, because you all stink apart from this guy.
Oh, Radders. Look at that.
Radders.
James, do you want to go through the comments? Mate?
Hang on. Right, let's start from the top. We've had our Dave Taylor. He's in. Good evening, Dave. Bloody hell.
Fucking hell, Craigie.
Craig. Nice to have you, mate. Nice to have you. You got Andy in. Mr. H. Mr. Hardup.
Yeah.
Our Mitchell's in. Good evening, Mitch.
Good evening,
all the way from New England, USA.
Well.
Yeah. Ian, kitchen table. Put my teeth in. Kitchen table model. Ian.
ATM.
Good to have you in, mate. Dean Hammond. I haven't seen you for a while, mate.
Mine.
Evening, Dean.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I did put there. I look 12.
Yeah.
That's you, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, you're nicely in HD now. And then our 80s put.
Yeah, I look 1200, cheeky bastard. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Good evening, Mitch. Go for it painting. Hello.
Hello, go for it painting.
Happiest man on the stream, that lad. Yeah, he is. He never stops laughing. I agree totally. And the last one, Dave. Full house tonight. Yeah, we are, Dave. Getting popular, mate.
I'll tell you what. Right, let me just have 5 minutes. So, 6 with 6 on tonight. Club reflecting that number as well. We had thanks, James. We had 20 boys and girls in today. Register goes as myself in, Mr. Bridge in, Ian Clement opened up for us, superb yet again. Bob Darcy in. Lewis is having a little bit of time away. Nice to see Trev. Andy Hart up makes the visit all the way across. Our Davy House is on the Ale in Blackpool, and I think Ange was she's moving house with Mark Lid, but he still popped in. Rowan Jean, nice to see Jean, and thank you, Jean, for bringing bringing all those donuts and treats in. Yeah, no Paul Pat today. Martin Rad, as usual. Dale from Ryle. Paul Tricky, nice one. Simon, I think, is in Cambridge this weekend. Andy White, love his sense of humour. Mr. Chris, who I've said, doing a bit of airbrushing, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Dougie Tucker popped in, worse for wear, because his lad won some rugby awards last night, and Doug were out on the coat. Mr. Wilson, Mark Wilson in as well. Graham makes the trip all the way from Cleethorpes, which is absolutely phenomenal. Phil was in as well on the stream tonight. Doug Tuck, he got a mention twice. And then Craig Stins. Craig, I am going to talk about Craig. I have got some photos lined up. I'm not going to share them just yet. So that will club 20 people, and it felt really positive. It felt really good. I think because I was able to engage with Mr. Chris straight away. As soon as I walked in this morning, I'm not going to lie, and Andy, thank you very much. You know, I do lean on a few other guys, and I said, and I basically shoved the book and the tin in Andy's hands and went, "Cheers, mate." And I'm not trying to be rude, and I don't mean to sound like a see you next Tuesday, but that were me. That's just how I talk, and it was basically, Andy, you know, do me this please today, and he did me book, which is brilliant. But the reason for that is because I got a bigger cause on. I wanted to sit with Mr. Chris, and he's invested a lot of money into MRP paints, simply off the back of me and the lads. We never stopped talking about it because it's so good. When I talked to Chris today, and I set the air station up, and we got the airbrush going and everything, and I said to him, "What paints are you using?" He's like, "Oh, I've been using AK." And I can't get my head around it, Mark. And I can't get my head around the pressures, and I can't get my head around the thinning and all that sort of stuff. And I said, "Listen, forget all that. We're gonna do some MRPing." And Andy, did you get any feedback from Mr. Chris today on whether he'd enjoyed his session?
I think he really did enjoy it. He related it to his other hobby, which is wood carving.
Yes,
and if you've seen some of it, my God Almighty, he does all the fleur de lis and all that sort of stuff.
He does.
And I was trying to tell him, not tell him. I'm trying to explain to him that airbrushing is something you find yourself.
Yes,
I've always said, if you listen to everybody that gives you advice, there'll be a thread that goes through every single one
mate.
of those pieces of advice, and you'll think, well, if that keeps coming up, it must work.
Yes.
Even with thinning, I says, well, with thinning, it's in that you find you can see it, and he were having trouble with that. I think that's one of the problems he were having with his thinning. But I said it's just a case of getting used to it. And we were relating to tools. I'm an engineer by trade, and he's obviously doing this carving, and he's using and sharpening chisels and gouges and whatever.
Yeah.
And I was using, chisels and cutting machines when I was there. And it's the sharpening that he brought up. He's got an 80-year-old guy was a production carver, and he's teaching him, and he likes it because the guy was in a production line. Yeah. So his speed and his accuracy had to be bang on. He wasn't a hobby, or he isn't a hobbyist. He's a professional, and he does things in such a way that only a professional would do. Now, I know airbrushing is not a professional as we are. Yeah, you're probably one of the most. I hate pulling you up. It really does my fucking skull in.
I know it does.
But it's just like, you are very good at. No, calm down. You are very good at airbrushing, and you explain it the best way you can, and it's like, right, okay then. But he seemed to be getting it. He really seemed to enjoying it, and I think Phil did as well.
Oh, I did. 100%. Revelation. And I know you like your MRP paints, but I think, having had a look into them, there seem to be more aircraft paints. And although I build aircraft, I'm at the moment an armour modeller. So I'm sticking with Tamiya paints. But the revolution about thinning, take the top off the new jar, get the X82 thinners, fill it full, put it back on. That's the right ratio. Amazing.
You're quite right. However, and apart from Paul, because I know that Paul's a Vallejo man, myself, Adi, and now James, I would stress as well. James, jump in. We introduced you to MRP last year.
Yes, you did.
Before we carry on with that conversation, we've got some start from Lord Luca. That's Andy.
Yes.
You got it?
Right, we got that one. And not forgetting Sean from SGS.
Yeah.
Hobbies, mate.
Yeah. Oh, he does stunning stuff, doesn't he?
Go on, carry on.
You got Gene Man. Hi, guys. And pretty good evening from yourself. Yes, you're fabulous at airbrushing, Gaffer.
Tip my cap to that lady. Let me just sort of iterate before we go back to the chat. So the people that know will know Sean at SGS Model Store in Leeds. He's not a shop. He only does online. However, he comes to our club meeting on the second meeting of the month. He brings a lot of gear, and not only does it save us having to go to a shop and post and packaging and what shall I get, he knows what to bring. He brings tape and paint and glue and books and all the sundry type of stuff. And not only that, we get a great discount with him as well. Paul. So thanks for that, Andy. Paul, how you doing, mate? You all right, cocker? Sound as a pound.
Very much so. Sound as a pound, yes.
Sound as a pound. Phil, just back to you then. Yeah, the Tamiya, mate. What you'll find. Did you? I can't remember if you'd had a session. You did have a session with me.
I did have a session with you,
didn't you?
We had a session a few weeks ago, and you gave me that Thunderbolt as a practice project piece.
Right, yes, I've put that back in the back of the studio. Listen, I'm definitely not knocking MRP Tamiya. I've got 100 bottles of Tamiya up here on my stand. I just think that MRP it's just a lot better. But each to their own.
Doesn't feel like dunking biscuits, but it's close.
I love it. Right, Jean says I'm Rue's missus. So Jean, so Andy, your missus must be in other room then.
She's reclining.
I love it.
You've locked her in the loo, haven't you?
No. She's reclining after a hard day shouting for Bradford City.
Bradford City 0.
Oh, dear,
no, Bradford City 2.
Oh,
Barnsley 2. Yeah, good game. Yeah, she's pardon? Oh, she's shouting and bawling.
Yeah. Oh. Type it up, Gene. Type it up.
Yeah, type it up, Gene. Type it up.
Type it up. Right.
Oh, she's threatening somebody with something.
Oh.
And it ain't me for a bleeding change.
Oh, okay. Right. What we're gonna do? We're gonna drop on. So we've caught up with topic. We've caught up with comments. So we're gonna drop onto topic now. Topic of conversation tonight. It's going across your screen there at the bottom. It's all in the aftermarket now. If you're a regular to the stream, you will know myself and Aid and Paul and James chat all the time. And we don't always end up arguing. We always end up having some fantastic in-depth chats. And one of them that those three guys say is aftermarket is an absolute must. And I say, definitely not. So that's what we're going to chat about tonight. Are we ready?
Yes, Gaffer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you this. Get ready. Get ready for this, right? I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Where am I? I'm going to do it there. Okay.
Right.
Now, this is Craig's Hong Kong 1 in 32. Is it a 1 in 32?
Yeah.
Lang. 1 in 32 Lang, right?
Border models. It's the Border Models Dambusters kit.
Now, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of wire hanging out at the end of that wing.
LED
Yeah,
wire.
got it.
LED. Yeah.
We've got it. Right. So Craig, number one, is not an aircraft builder. Craig is ex-army that drives around in big, tanky type things that have got tracks on. So if you can see that, there's some more wires coming out at the back of that. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Which means, so the topic of conversation tonight is, am I going aftermarket? Now, Craig has taken the aftermarket of this to the absolute extreme, right? And he's LEDing it all up. There's a little book there, look, on that table inside the cockpit. And you guys ordinarily say, go aftermarket or just don't even bother. I know Paul, once before he even buys a kit, he's already eyeing up the aftermarket options. Am I right, Paul?
You are correct, yes. Yes. First thing to do with any kit. Same with armour. If it's a track vehicle, the first thing I'm looking for is workable tracks. If it's not in the kit, I'll be looking for aftermarket. And if it's not available aftermarket, I generally probably wouldn't buy the kit. Definitely. I remember way back when. I don't know if most of you may be familiar with Duke's models. Shut up,
yes.
Professor.
Yeah.
Well, he was building that instrument that you recently completed, finished.
Yes.
And he had this aftermarket set from NEs, and it was all like switches and buttons and hoses and connectors and all that sort of thing.
NEZ, yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, around that time, I think we've got only going back, 5-6 years now, maybe?
Yeah.
And around that time is when Quinta kicked off.
Yeah.
And I seen Quinta, that's just absolutely mind blowing. So since then, every aircraft kit for me, it's Quinta.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm not particularly bothered about any other aftermarket, but Quinta cockpit has got to be done in an aircraft, especially for me, because I build 32nd scale only in aircraft. Like, I wouldn't be bothered with like bombs and stuff and missiles and it's easy, this, that, the other. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Happy with what's in the box.
Now, would you go that far, Paul? I don't know if you can. Can you see what I've got on my screen there, mate?
No, I wouldn't be bothered.
That Lancaster, we can see the Lancaster.
That's the Lancaster. Yeah. 1 in 32 lights, engines, and authentic sound. And if I carry on, I'll let me carry on with some of these pictures. Thanks for that, Paul. Appreciate that, mate. We've got gun barrels, you can see, brass gun barrels. He said there were a bit of aftermarket in there, I think. We've got engine wiring there. And again, and the reason I took that photo is just to show the instructions as well on that Hong Kong kit mainly, so that you guys that are watching and even us guys, we can see, the standard of the instructions. I took that photo to show me my arm and my hand in scale reference to the bird.
Burgling.
If the big one there, the Magic Scale modeling, those two things there, they're speakers. Craig's put. I'm saying Hong Kong.
No, it's a border model kit.
Models kit.
Yeah,
apologies. And you can see down here, look, the nav lights and landing lights on the bit of a motherboard there, and he's got speakers and all kinds of different wires. And in fact, let me just go back into that, and then I'll start moving around. Wing, what's that say? Wing hubs set.
Wing hub set, yeah.
Coupling upset, black and white wiring, left engine external number 1, cable adapter, plus 3D, connect 23. Now, Craig did say to me, he said, the thing is, Mark, with this box, you don't get any instructions. I'm like, what? He says, no, mate, you don't get any instructions. So Craig is actually watching tonight. Craig, fill your boots, mate. Tell us whatever you want. Stick it in the comments. So I'm not massive on aftermarket. Let's go around the room. Phil, what's your thoughts on the old aftermarket, mate?
Well, I've come back to modelling after a 40-year break, and my last model prior to restarting was a Tamiya F14, and you didn't really need aftermarket with that because it was highly detailed to start with, and Tamiya are good kits. But I've been building the stash before I've started building the kits, and I've bought quite a bit of Airfix armour, and I've then started buying the Tamiya stuff. But the Airfix armour, I think, does need a bit of help. So I'm building currently 2 kits, an early Tiger 1 and a Sherman with the M4 Sherman. You can buy an aftermarket 50 caliber resin gun to go on the top, which looks absolutely stunning. It's got the brass correct and all that sort of stuff. The one that comes in the kit, you have to fully assemble, including the side handle that you have to pull to arm it, and the various other bits. And you're thinking, why? Why am I doing that? The Tiger, I was showing Dale, the exhaust on the back, twin exhausts, you've got to build the top of the exhaust, and there's 4 very small little uprights that go onto the cap that sits on the top. Surely there's got to be a resin aftermarket for that, or just have it in the kit ready done. But I think it does improve it. So on the aircraft side, as you know, I've bought some 124 kits, Spitfire, Hurricane, Focke-Wulf, Stuka, and I've been and got, I think it's Edward aftermarket cockpit instrument things, because I'm going to do those and I want them to look proper and right. And everything I've seen doing my research is the stuff that's in the kit ain't great. So I go, yeah, aftermarket.
Yeah, right. AD, I'm going to bump you on next, mate, because it looks as though Mark's he's died.
So, was he?
Yeah. What about you with your
aftermarket? I mean, aircraft, absolutely a necessity, but it's all down to scale. 1/72nd, waste of time, but I don't build that anyway. This is my opinion. 1/48, yeah, depending on what the kit is, because some 1/48 kits, I think, I'll do it on some of them, but I build just about anything I build now aircraft-wise is 1/32nd, and for me, it's a must to make the cockpit. And I go down the Quinta road as well. Since Quinta, I mean, you got Red Fox and you've got Kalik, I think they're called. I've tried them all, but the Red Fox are good, but you don't get as much for your money as you do with Quinta. You get a lot more for your money with Quinta.
Yeah.
And I think it's all down to budget. Because as you know, I've said this before, both me and James have recently bought that the 1/48 Edward HT, the B17.
Yeah, the B17.
The bloody 100 version. And I have thrown probably more money at the aftermarket for that kit than I did the actual kit.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, and every now and then I'll do a project where I throw as much money, and it's all down to budget, scale for me. This kit I'm doing now. I'm doing the Andy's hobby headquarters aft track, the M3. There's no need for an aftermarket. There's just I bought loads of stuff for it, like figures and all that sort of stuff. But everything else, if you want to like the detailing of the engine and all that sort of stuff, it's all scratch built. So armor, I don't buy a lot of aftermarket, but definitely aircraft, it's a must for me. If you're going to do a big scale thing like Paul said, 1/32nd, you know, I know they're expensive, but it's got to be done. I think that's my personal opinion. But you know,
yeah.
Even if you cover it up, a lot of people say to me, my son always says to me, why have you spent all that money on putting an aftermarket stuff in that Lancaster? Like I bought the big headset for that 148 Lanc I did. Completely, you know, absolutely brilliant. But then you cover it all up. You can't see 90%. But it's, as we've always said, we know it's in there.
Hold on.
Now,
hold on.
Go on.
Go for it.
So what I didn't say, and I ought to have said, is scale matters. So the smaller kits, the 172 and the 176, it doesn't matter. But as you get 148 up to 124 aircraft, the detail does matter. And the same with the armour. So I built a few test kits, just got some of the Airfix starter sets and all that sort of stuff. And I realised that my fingers aren't as good as they used to be. And I just can't manipulate stuff as I used to be able to do. So that's why I've gone up scale. But I've got metal barrels for most of the tanks and things like that. The Airfix kits are a little bit bare. I mean, you can get a Tamiya Tiger and it's got a full engine build in. And to your point that you just said, we know it's in there. I built, as a sort of 17-year-old, the 113 APC American, and that built up with the engine compartment in it and all that sort of stuff. And the detail, I knew it was in there. You can't see an awful lot of it, but being an APC, the backs did open up and you could see in. And so it's all about that. So again, with the armour, I would look to upgrade them. You put the stowage on and the nets and all that sort of stuff, because I do want to put them onto dioramas as well. But anyway, that's me. So I'll shut up now.
What I'd said today, so I think I'd said it to Clem, right? And I've defined it like this. Because there's certain people that will say, I know it's there, and I get that. I said, and I said it to Graham, if I lived in an old Victorian townhouse that had got one of those sort of tiled fireplaces with the cast iron rollover tops, and you know, when people do them up, they look absolutely beautiful. What I said was, if I were going to buy the house that had that in, and I thought I could spend some money and do this up and make it back to authentic, looking absolutely gorgeous, but then my missus said, well, it's nice, but we've got central heating, so actually you can block that in now. You can plasterboard over the top of that, and then you can put your telly on chimney breast. The argument that I got with that was, why would anybody in the right fucking mind do that fireplace up to block it in because you can't see it? The argument that I hear a lot is,
just rip it out and weigh it in.
I know I'm doing it because I know it's there, but I just can't get my head around the fact that you spend money on doing something up that you're not gonna see.
I think with AD, with everything that he's putting into the B-17, now I've bought the aftermarket gun set for the B-17, the same one, the bloody under it. But I know that AD's going to take pictures of his, and he knows it's there. So he'll post up to say this.
What does that mean? What does that mean? He knows it's there. That's
because
like saying I know I've got feet inside me fucking trainers.
Yes, I know, but
no, but it means.
Hold on, Aid, I'll let you. Hang on, Aid.
It means you've had the satisfaction of creating that interior off your own fucking back or whatever you've decided to do with it. You fucking created it. You know it's there. It's for your own self-pleasureness.
Yeah,
it's like having a wank.
Yeah.
Just for me.
It's exactly that. That's exactly that.
Right.
It's a case of I put a lot of work into doing an interior of an aircraft or what have you. If I do an engine to a car or what have you, look, I put a lot of work into this engine. I detailed the fuck out of this engine for this half track, but it's and you're gonna cover it up. But it's a case of I'll take loads of photographs for reference, or can show people, or put on modelling sites and what have you. And then it's there for my satisfaction, not for anybody else's fucking opinion.
Question.
Yeah.
If we all put aftermarket stuff in to our kits to enhance them and make them better, why don't the kit manufacturers like your Airfix and your Revels say, here's your kit, and it's, instead of saying it's £80, it's £120, but you get all this extra in it that we've added. Why don't the kit manufacturers just do that?
Some do now.
Some do now. A lot of the time, they haven't got the capabilities to do that, which is why you rely on aftermarket.
Then they're relying on the average person with the average money to spend on the average amount of kit, and then it's your choice if you want to spend more money making it better.
So would you rather spend £80 on what let's call I don't want to say ungrateful, a mediocre kit, and then let me just pick one. Let me pick one. Can we pick one? But right, so that trumpeter A6 that I finished this February, I bought an aftermarket set for it, didn't I? Did I buy the cockpit upgrade set?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you got the Quinter, yeah.
I got the Quinter for it, didn't I? I got the Quinter off your recommendation. Right. But so why don't the kit manufacturers just put that Quinter set in with the box?
Well, it's extra overheads, isn't it? Yeah, they'd have to charge a bit more, but would you be willing to pay that? I'm like, yeah, you might get a bit of discount if the likes of Trumpeter went to Quinter. Yeah, it'd be like a contract, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be like a contract, so Quinter would have to supply Trumpeter with the aftermarket for them to put in the kit. And then you've got all sorts of like logistical problems and stuff in it, you know. So therefore, that the kit probably goes up even more in price.
James, what's KTM?
Anyway.
What's KTM saying?
Right, Ian's come back with I like aftermarket where it's needed to improve the kit, but not for the sake of using it. For my next build, the 148 B24, I have gone with resin replacement engines, wheels, interior parts as it is needed, which is quite true.
Fair comment.
The thing that I've done. What?
Hang on,
Ian, why does Ian say that it is needed? Why is that? Are you telling me that is that an old kit and the advancements in technology have been able to, so the people have been able to resin print or 3D print more authentic looking parts as time's gone on? Because if that kit is 10 years old, back in the day, 10 years ago, you've got to remember that kit was brand new. It weren't 10 years old. So what are the people thinking that built it 10 years ago? Are they now walking around going, can't believe it, they brought fucking resin engines out? And does it force somebody to buy that kit again? What the fuck's going off? I just don't get it.
Well, back to the other point about why the manufacturers don't put the kit in to start with. If you look, Airfix are actually going down that route. I think it's the 148 Lysander. They've brought out a masking kit from another supplier, so you can mask the cockpit and everything out.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's in the box, though, Phil. It's not in the box. You've got to buy it separate.
I think you buy it separately, but you can go onto the Airfix site and buy the two together, so they're linking it through. In the box is in the box. So if you look at the Tiger one that I've got that I'm building, it's got a piece of rope to make the tank ropes, tow ropes, or you can put the plastic tow ropes on it, and it's got a very limited amount of photo etch that you can make the smoke discharges out of, and you can put the engine grills on if you want. So they are putting stuff in.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's an old Dragon kit in the first place anyway. So
most likely, yeah.
No, it is. I'm telling you now, it is a dragon kit.
James,
At the end of the day, though.
Hold on, Paul. Hold on, Paul. Ian's come back with, in my opinion, the engine parts were made to a cost and are lacking detail. Now, if I remember rightly, Ian, that's the Hobby. Is it the Hobby Boss 148 B24 that you're doing? In which case, yeah, they are. They're very soft in detail. As they are very visible, which they are. I've chosen to replace them to improve the build. So, yeah, because they're visible.
I've recently got.
There you go. Yes, mate. All right.
I've recently dropped on the ICM 135 Sky Crane helicopter, and I'm doing some commission work for Dave House. I hate that word commission; it's dirty. I'm building a model for Dave Housecroft because his hands are, he can't do it anymore, and he wants me to do it. But with this Sky Crane, he said to me today, for building me this B-17 Mark, I'm going to buy you the cockpit upgrade set for the Sky Crane, the ICM. And then because we've had Sean in today down at the club, I've said to Sean, will you do me a favour? And again, this is one of the benefits of having Sean, who runs the shop in at club with his laptop. And I said, Sean, will you do me a favour? Yes, Mark. Will you have a look at whatever else is available for this kit as an upgrade set? So even I'm falling into this out of the box isn't quite good enough. We talked the other night, lads, us four, and we talked about these, didn't we?
Yeah.
So what the chuffing hell's that Mark's just held up? Well, I'm building the German World War II motorcycle, and I've said to the lads that there's quite a lot of flash on these, and I'm going to have to sort them out. And Paul, I think it was Paul said to me, why don't you do them? Why don't you just buy the metal ones? But is that regarded as an upgrade or just a replacement? Fire
Upgrade.
that one.
Upgrade.
There's no metal ones available for that. You'd have to scratch building. That's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
There's no metal upgrade for that.
No.
You scratch build them.
So take away from this bike, obviously I've used the wrong one. When does an aftermarket part become an upgrade instead of just a replacement? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You mean, right. I think what you're trying to say, Mark, is when does an aftermarket part become necessary, or is it just because? I'm like, your man there
because
your man's going on and on saying about the B24 engines. He's obviously considering that necessary. I might not myself personally.
Yeah,
I might be happy with the engines. Throw my own wires in, do my own scratch build and whatever.
Yeah, I think the point that Ian's making is that kit is very soft. The engines are very, very softly molded. So, engine upgrade is a must on that. I would have thought so anyway. I mean, to say if I bought it, I probably would have done the same. Bearing in mind, when I come up in February, I bought the Tamiya Mosquito, and I'm not a great lover of photo etch. I just don't. I can't. The fingers are all knackered anyway, a bit like Phil said. But one thing I did buy was the Quinta set.
Oh yeah.
For the Mosquito, and that 3D deco's absolutely beautiful, and you do see it as well. You do. How
much for that, James? How much for that?
I think I as you well know, I try and get it for the cheapest price I can. I think it was about 25, maybe 30 quid.
Fuck off!
Do you not think? Do you not think?
No, man, honestly, it was about 30 quid.
Right, listen, when we talk about Tamiya paints and MRP paints and paints, right, and we say, you get 10 mil for £2. So the cost per litre of that is like £150 a fucking litre. Do you not think that the 30 and 40 and the big headsets as well at 80, 90, 100 quid are just so totally overpriced that it's actually pointless buying them? What do you think?
Yeah, mate. Like I said, the photo etch parts don't. I'm not really interested in photo etch parts. The fingers don't work. They just don't. I end up with glue all over it. It sticks to my hands rather than the bleeding job. So yeah, come away from that. Going towards AD's side of it, the 1/16 kits. Now, the 1/16 kits at the moment, Andy's headquarters kits and TACOM, das work. The amount of detail that's in those kits now, I mean, it's up to you. It's just a little bit of wiring, you know. AD's done the spark plugs distributor, the wire from the battery to the solenoid or the alternator. He's also done. I'll let AD explain that later on, but it's not at cost as such. You can do that yourself with a little bit of lead wire. We've all got it lying around. I've got the TACOM Jeep, and I'm going to do this. Well, I was planning on doing the same anyway, but I will follow AD and do the distributor caps and everything else, you know. So for me, that I can open the bonnet up so you can actually see it. AD's going to be doing exactly the same, because I think you can open the bonnet up on that M3 half track. Sometimes there is a need for it. Masking sets for your glazing. Now, I know you've said before you can sit there and you can do it with masking tape, but would it be easier for you to spend an extra £10 and you've got a pre-cut mask set for your
much
model? £10, £12, whatever it is.
Shut the fuck up. Think I'm spending £10 on a piece of...
Yeah, but you're a stud. Mate, you won't even spend 50 quid on a fucking gas bottle.
Mitchell's put aftermarket parts that replace details that the manufacturer didn't include in the first place, in brackets, are necessary, not upgrades. Yeah. Would you agree with that one?
100%.
Yeah, I would agree
definitely.
with that.
AD,
yeah,
let's bring AD in. Let's bring AD in. AD, what's your take on? So we're aftermarket, because we've obviously we're moving away. Can you remember back in the day, aftermarket only meant photo etch, but now aftermarket means 3D printed, resin printed. These decals that you can put in your cockpit set. It means a lot more now, AD, than just little bits of fucking grass.
That's one of the things I was going to say before, as we were talking about why don't the kit manufacturers do it. It's because there's so many different materials and processes involved in doing all this aftermarket stuff. With 3D printing, PVC printing, you've got 3D printing on the with resin and PE and everything. And what you got to remember is that the aftermarket business makes as much money, if not more, than the actual kit business does.
Yes. Yeah.
And therefore, it's just down to personal choice. If you don't want to use aftermarket stuff and you can't afford it or the budget doesn't allow it, then you don't. But for me, it's like Paul said before, there is such a massive satisfaction for me knowing that that engine is fully detailed, or that cockpit is fully detailed, or the tank interior's got everything in it, all the bombs and the shells and the radio equipment. It's just pure satisfaction. It gives me even if I know that you can't see it, or you cover it up, or you put the fuselage bits together, with this half track, it's 1/16, so it's allowing me. I'm doing hinges for the doors. I'm doing hinges for the bonnet, scratch built, so that I can lift up the bonnet or the hood, and you can see the engine. I'm doing the door so you can open and see the interior. So it's just satisfaction. And there's another thing as well with it. It's pushing your modelling skills further. It builds your modelling skills up even more.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I think it. Well,
no, it's not. Why?
Mate, I'm going to argue with you. Yes, it is because.
No, it's not. Right. So if I've got a Quintet.
Whoa! Hang on. Gobbing off there. I think Abe's right in saying what he is about is pushing your boundaries and making you think a little bit more while you're making the model. So for me, my model making, since I've known you or us as a group, the four of us, my model making has come on in leaps and bounds. And I'm looking at things now and thinking, can I do this? Can I do that? If I add a little bit of wire in here, if I add a little bit of wire in there, is it going to enhance it? Ian, obviously, with the resin upgrade set for the engines, is he going to pull the cowlings off? Is he going to open the particular engine up just to see the work that he's done? You know, because people do. You go to a show or a competition, or I mean, you got SMS. Is it Scale Model Show coming up? Scale Model World. Coming up in November, isn't it? Yeah, Telford. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of people that put in competition there, isn't there? And I'm going to say that small pieces. It's just the small pieces. It's the eye catchers that catch that from a different model. Like he's put there about the 350th shipbuilding. Now, you know yourself, Dave Housecroft, how much money has he pumped into that fucking kit of his? Aftermarket, brass, etched brass railing.
Same as Lord Luke.
Same as Andy, he does, doesn't he? But he gets enjoyment out of that.
Andy Norfolk, what's your take?
Well, I've been listening with a great deal of interest, and I can't really say much because it's not something I've always or even really tried. I've always tried to do it myself. If I can add a bit of wire or this, that, and other, or make something to make the kit better. But with these, with aircraft, I think if you go in a big aircraft, a 124, and I've got the Mozzie in the stash.
Yeah.
I have purchased some aftermarket, stuff to go with it, because something that size, I think it needs just that lift.
Enhancement.
To give it a bit more authenticity, a bit more realism, a bit more, and obviously detail goes without saying. But when you start coming down, I can't see the point on 172s, 148s, maybe, but 32s upwards. Yeah, I can understand people purchasing extras or upgrades, depending what you want to call them, to enhance the feeling of the kit. If you've got something this big, people are going to look at it, and if the phrase I've heard from what's it down in Plymouth, soft. The detail is soft, but you can't. I don't think you can get away with a soft detail on a large scale because people just think, "Oh, I just slung that together." Where with the extra detail from an upgrade or even PE or whatever, it looks like you get the feeling of authenticity. Does that make sense to you? You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
I do, Phil, that resonates with you. I can see you there nodding your head frantically.
Well, just to Andy's point, because he's got a 124 Mozzie in the stash, you know I've been buying kits from a certain auction house based out of Ripon. And on a number of occasions, they've had 124 Airfix Mosquito come up. And I've bid and not been successful. They've gone for silly money, way over 150 quid a pop, which I'm just not prepared to pay, to be honest. It's not a question of not being tight. It's just, I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the beauty of YouTube, I start to now search on YouTube, put in Matchbox, Douglas Dauntless, Airfix 124 Mosquito. There's a guy built a Mosquito 124 Airfix kit, and he has not aftermarketed it. He scratch built it, and I would encourage Andy to watch it, because with his engineering skills, he would be able to make the wiring. He even goes as far as the throttle levers. He chops them off because they're not right, and he builds them and puts it in his kit. His kit is absolutely outstanding. Well worth watching. But that's his skill. But we have to keep in mind, it's for our pleasure. As the modeler, we're building this kit for our pleasure. So if it doesn't sit right with us, we're going to do something about it.
Yeah.
Paul, sorry, mate. Paul's got his hand up. Go on, Paul.
Yeah.
Right. Just going back to what you said before, Mark. It does. You know, adding aftermarket does not improve your skill level. Of course, it does. Have you tried working with like little tool clamps in photo etch?
I think
adding an extra little switch to your Quinter Studio.
Yeah, no, I think what I meant, mate, was, you know, you've all seen the interior.
Even to the point like how much glue you'd apply, and you know, keeping things clean so you're not making them. I'm like, I've seen some kits and there's glue everywhere, and it's like, you know, with photo etch, you've got to be careful, you've got to be delicate. You know, it does improve your skills when you're adding an aftermarket, especially with photo etch.
I think
photo etch can get absolutely ridiculously tiny.
The reason that I'm not super convinced, I'm trying to come at it from, you know, when back in the day when we used to do cockpits, we used to dot and dab, didn't we?
Yeah, for the dials and switches.
For the dials and switches. After we started to dot and dab, and every now and again you'd get somebody that would come on that would do them all in white, and then they'd do a random red one and a random yellow one. And I get it, because I fucking did it. And we sort of convinced ourselves that actually that looks pretty good. And when you're talking about your social medias and you get respondees going, fucking hell, that looks cracking. Obviously compared with the stuff that Quinter and Red Fox put out there, all those dots and dabbers were absolutely nowhere near
it.
The argument that that you guys have got is it improves your skills. And the reason I'm saying it doesn't really is because all you need to do is glue that rubber piece of Quinter Studio onto a sanded flat piece, glue it on, AD, take up the slack.
Where you're wrong, I think where you're wrong there, Mark, is that when you do, like, say you buy for my Spitfire, I bought a cockpit set from Airscale, the guy in England. Now that has got, you have to paint that because it's a brass set with a front and a back, and you have to paint it, put decals on it, and then you have to put the acetate into the holes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And with aftermarket stuff, you're working with so many different materials, with resin, and you got to think that a resin print, like these figures I've been doing, they're resin print, but they still got to be painted, glued together. They still got to have the detail painted on them. The undercarriage set that I bought for that 132nd Tomcat, that was about 50 quid, but the detail on it was absolutely outrageous. And I still had to paint it all. You still had to sort of like, you know, get all the details done. So it's improved my modelling skills no end.
Let's just drop, James. Can we drop onto comments? What's people's general consensus around this?
Hang on, Dave. Most of them you show. Dave's is the only one that's just come up now. In my case, I just love to build a kit. Yeah, agree totally, Dave. I just love a finished model, and I don't really need aftermarket to make the building experience better.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, Dave. we've all got our I think we've all got our skill sets set at a certain point. Now there does come a time when you think to yourself, I want to do it just that little bit better. Yeah. I want to improve. I personally want to improve my model making. I know Dave is
hello.
Dave was really quiet about his model making when he first joined us a few months back, but it's encouragement as well. I think if you've got people that encourage you to build, your building capability will grow. Hang on, Mitchell's just come up now. I think Paul is right. I had to learn a lot about metal and to plastic glue. Yeah, well, that's with CA. Do you want to take that one up, Paul?
Well, I mean, you know, when I first started out with, you know, getting into aftermarket and stuff with photo etch. When people solder, I'd love to learn how to solder. I've been soldering wires today on my bike. There's no way I could solder photo etch. But with when you're using like glue, you know, the product available now just makes it that much easier. Like that could be considered aftermarket. Yeah, it makes the job so much easier. Some of your sundries, you know, your weathering effects. Is that not aftermarket?
Yeah,
you know.
Well, anyway, that is aftermarket as well. It's these when you hold on, Paul. I'm gonna. Where am I on there? Right. When you come up, when you're using your super glue, it's these little things as well. You know. Yeah, I think you put me onto those. That's a CA applicator. Yeah, you know, you buy sort of like 100 at a time. You know, so you use once, throw it away.
About for 1,000 on Temu for about a tenner.
Yeah, that's right. Well.
But the other thing is that it's
hang on, mate.
If you're going to sort of like Paul said, like all the aftermarket stuff, you're going to use weathering, like all the different paints and stuff for doing different techniques. But it's back in the day when we all started modeling. Yeah, but when we all first started modeling, we had a kit and we had a few bottles of Humbrol paint and fucking 2 paintbrushes.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. And we painted the fucking model and we were happy as fucking Larry, and then we went outside and fucking burnt it with bangers and stuff in the garden.
Yeah.
Shoot it with the air rifle.
Yeah, that's how I shoot with the air rifle. But now we all use airbrushes, we all use different painting techniques. It's about advancing your skills as a modeler, about you know, learning something new on every build. And I tried to do that.
Yeah, shut up, Marty, Divvy. Yeah, so
go on.
Can I just say as well, like with regards to like, you know, you learn my technique with like photo etch and stuff now, I've learned so much, as you know, your man said with learning how to glue stuff properly and stuff. It's just like it's that control, that's using your skill set. It's not necessarily aftermarket, but because you're using aftermarket, you need to adapt. You need to adapt your skills to make the aftermarket work for you.
Is there anybody watching now on the live? We've got 10 viewers. Is there anybody watching that is absolutely I only build out of the box? Is there anybody watching that's got that mentality? Is there anybody watching that's got I do not mind upgrading my kit, but I use as least as possible because I want to use as much as what's in the box as possible? Let me know in the comments. Lord Luca, Andy, been down at club today, says metal toothpick and a Pringles lid is all you need for photo etch.
Yeah, put your super glue in the lid. Yeah,
but also you still got to have your actual skill set for PE.
Okay.
In fact, you need good tools, but would tools be classed as aftermarket? Ideally, you need a bender. You're doing an awful lot of complicated.
I've got a slightly counter argument against it. Dave Taylor says, in my case, I love the kit. Obviously, just love finishing. Yeah, absolutely. Now, so one. Let me just tell you what. Craig's actually going to do with this kit.
Take me off there, thank you.
What Craig's going to do. So Craig is going to get a coffee table with a glass lid and a lower underneath. On that lower underneath, he's going to build a diorama set, whether it's just a flat base or whether he's going to add to it. He's going to put this massive Lancaster inside with the buttons that's underneath, put the glass lid on top, so it's an absolute showcase. What do you think to that, James?
Yeah. I mean, we all know. I think we all know the capability of Craig, looking at some of his models. Yeah, I mean, to say if that's what he wants to do, then let him do it. You know, there's no stopping people if that's what they want to do. You know, I'll just drop on.
We're not trying to stop, are we? We're not trying to discourage. If anything, we're trying to encourage people to get into aftermarket. We're not trying to stop it.
I don't think it will. There you go from Mitchell. When I was a kid, it was out of the box. I think we were all like that, Mitch, you know?
100%.
Definitely, you know. But yeah, I'll try and modify. It makes you look at things a little bit different. I'm going to drop again on what Andy said earlier on about the Mosquito, the 124th Mosquito. That is a beautiful kit, but I've heard a lot of reports about the undercarriage being very, very fragile.
Yeah.
Very fragile.
Yeah.
And it wobbles around a bit and you're like, oh, please don't. It's the same with the ICM kit. The ICM kit of the Marauder. A lot of people that I've watched on YouTube have said the same sort of thing, that the undercarriage is very, very flimsy and they're just waiting for aftermarket to come out. Now, I know me and Paul have both got the 132nd Hobby Boss B24. I've managed to grab hold of the metal insert for the undercarriage. Paul's going to carry on building his with the plastic. Yeah, I've heard some reports about the plastic one being a little bit wobbly as well. So, yeah, I've sort of like.
You read wrong.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Dropping on to aftermarket. This is 30 cal in 1/16 from my brother-in-law, who actually runs 3D Gizmo. Now that's all resin printed. The holder, the magazine, the gun itself, everything. And I mean to say, this is sort of like a way to go. I've also got a picture. Hang on a minute, I'm gonna run this off my other, sorry, you have to bear with me a minute, but this I come across now. This is my 1/16 scale Dragon Wagon. Now I love this beast, absolutely love it. It's just a kit in itself. And the detail on it, although the detail is a little bit drab, but I'm going to say if I come down into there, that's the chain drive, which is that's all 3D printed. The rest of it is that's a resin print. The rest of it is plastic print. So the wheels are all done with plastic and everything else. But I mean to say that's just a beautiful piece of kit. I broke the exhaust off while I was taking it out, but yeah, that's a beautiful piece of kit. Now aftermarket, I'm gonna have to start scratch building on that, as well as get a few other bits and bobs that I'll need. But Yeah, I'm in the same plasticard route. I'm going to go down with this, but the wheels are like, this is all printed absolutely beautiful. Take a little bit of work to sort of clean out, but yeah, it's nice.
Stunning kit, mate. 100%.
Right, I'm gonna kick off that a minute. Hang on.
What?
Look to my.
All I got was absolute robot there for the last 5 minutes.
But wait there. The reason I just keep dropping off, guys, is because my daughter has got car trouble, so I'm having to be dad as well as StreamYarding sort of person. James, talk us through while I flick through. Is there any aftermarket on here, mate?
No, none at all. It's 1/72 scale, Mark. Hang on.
1/72 scale.
This is 1/72 scale. I was going to run through this in a minute. With,
all right, no, I'll do it. You talk us through what we got.
Yeah, this is the 1/72 scale Academy Dragon Wagon. Beautiful little kit, a little bit delicate in places, but yeah, lovely little kit to put together. And I mean, this was I've taken this from a picture. It's quite a well-known picture, which will come up on the end of it, where it's towing the Jag Tiger. But yeah, tractor unit and the trailer. Now the trailer, if you go back to the trailer, Mark, yeah, the stays that you see on the back end there, these are, yeah, if you kick them back, that I've done out of stretch sprue, because I haven't got a chain small enough for that. It's just those two, they're not in the kit, so I've had to add those along with the wing mirrors as well. The wing mirrors, funnily enough, weren't in the kit, so I've had to do that. And that's the picture now. I've also got the Jeep, which you'll probably show now.
Let me go. No, that's so. Have you only got that one on?
No,
you've only posted that one on.
No, I've got.
And there's one. He put the Jeep on there as well earlier.
Yeah, I've got the Jeep on there, not unless you kicked it off.
No, on Sesco Models Live.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, right. Hang on, I'll do it. Just leave it with me a minute. Take you off. Let's see if I can.
Okie dokie. While James is sort of looking for that, let me make mine. No, in fact, I'll leave it there.
No, I'll do it.
So, you'll see to it.
Right, here we go. Right, so we've got right. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Now, this is the Jeep.
Hey, that's a really cool picture.
Where do I go? That is it. It is a very cool picture, mate. And I thank you very much for doing that for me as well, because
you are welcome. You're welcome, mate.
Absolutely love it. Now, this is 1/72 as well. This is the Airfix. This is the Airfix kit. Cost, I think it was £11, £12, and considering the actual size of it it's about 3 inches long, I would have thought, but it builds up lovely, absolutely beautiful little kit, and lots of weathering done. Well, what I could do at the time. I'll kick that one off. And the other one that I've got is the SDKs. This is the AFE kit.
That's a nice
AFE
picture.
Club kit. This is it is a nice picture, mate, isn't it? You've worked wonders. This is the AFE Club 251/9. Yeah, beautiful little kit. Absolutely beautiful little kit. This sort of like went to detail on this. Added the netting, which you can see there all the way down through the side. Let's blow him up a little bit. Yeah. I mean, my wife actually likes that one, so which I'm chuffed to bits with because it's in the house. It's the only model that I've done that's in the house.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, that's it. That's the only 4 that I've got of that one.
Tidy, mate.
But right, we'll go back down to this is Ian's from last week.
It is.
He showed us this, which we're thankful for, and this is the M1070.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Now,
better than yours.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's in a bigger
I'm only kidding.
It's in 135th.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
It's in 135th, mate. Now,
beautiful.
He's done aftermarket with this, hasn't he? You know, he's done the chains.
Yeah, mate.
And as you can see there, let's get
and the hydraulics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hydraulics. It's 7 meters of wiring in there for the hydraulic system. Now, is it seen? No, it's not. But he knows.
Does he know it's there?
So
yes, he does.
He knows it's there, mate. That's the main thing. He knows it's there. And like he said, I think he said it was built for his friend's father. Yeah, there's the M2A1, I think it is, isn't it? The Challenger.
Yeah.
And there's extra detail. It's the same one that you've done, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an Abrams, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a Challenger.
Oh, the Abrams.
Yeah, that's an Abrams, M1A1 Abrams, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's me, saw it. But yeah, looking into the all the hydraulic system that he's done there as well.
I like the chains that he's done at the top end to chain it down onto the trail. I mean, that is stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, our Paul's done that as well. So, because I know Paul's got his on the shelf behind him. I don't think.
Beautiful.
We won't ask him to get that down. But yeah, that is absolutely beautiful.
Hey, I'm fucking getting it down, all right.
All right. Sorry, Paul.
You can't stop God from getting his fucking getting his kit down.
Getting his kit
down.
down.
That's right. But yeah, absolutely stunning, Ian. That is absolutely stunning. Right, we'll come out of that.
I like the feed of the ammunition going into the 50 cal there on the top. I mean, that again, it's just the detail.
Yeah, you've got the if you get the eye for it, you know, it's just another way of. There you go. Yeah,
there you go.
It's what you want to do. You know,
the thing is as well with detailing. I mean, when we used to build up the box, we never used to look at pictures for reference or that sort of stuff. We just used to follow the instructions and use the box art for painting. But
particularly the Matchbox one
makes you more interested in doing the research and learning about the actual thing you're building.
No, this is obviously Paul's. Do you want to run through these, Paul?
Yes, current work in progress. The actual recovery vehicle, that's complete. It's going to be towing that Leopard. Yeah, I'm sort of like, if you put me on full screen a minute, James.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. I'll put you on full screen. Oh.
I've just I've basically at the moment where I am now, it's like I'm about to start my least favourite part of the hobby, which is weathering. I think everybody knows that. So at the moment, I've put my clutch in, got it in neutral now. I've got my green light on my dashboard. I'm in neutral, and I'm just like coasting, ready for the next step, which is like going to be something that I've never done before. So that's I'm just coasting in neutral, just ready. But yeah, go on. You can put it back on a minute, and then I'll carry on a bit.
Okay, mate.
Oh yeah, it's gloss coated. I've started the weathering, basic weathering. Brilliant kits. The recovery vehicle is a Tacom. Is it Tacom? Yeah, Tacom.
Yeah, I think
and
it was.
the Leopard is a border model. Always workable.
Is that a Leopard
tracks,
2 there, Paul?
What's that?
Is that a Leopard 2?
Yeah,
Looks
Leopard
like the
2.
Mark II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Stunning kit, mate. Both of them.
That's the box art.
Hang on, Paul. Hang on, mate. Hang on. I'll just check you up a minute.
That's the kit. But yeah, it's been very enjoyable. Both of them have. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, as I say, I'm just a neutral at the moment, just coasting along, just ready for the next stage.
And that's the tow hitch that you scratch built?
Well, I had to scratch build both ends of it. Wasn't difficult, to be fair, but yeah, you don't have to get the fittings for it. So
Bonnie kicks for them, mate. Really nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, 100%.
thank you, guys.
And I think that's it. Right. So we go up. No, this is Dave Taylor's. I hope you're still on, Dave. Yeah, you are. I can see it now. No, this is Dave's. I think this is the Tamiya 148 A10.
Yeah.
And
Nice, isn't it? No,
yeah,
really nice.
really nice. Hang on, I'll bung him up on big screen, and there
Look
you
at
go.
the killing things on that.
Yeah, there's always a layout on an A10 in there.
Okay, now surprising the thing's got off the ground with that amount of bloody killing stuff.
That's beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful, Dave.
And the Gatler at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minister of Death.
That's good, yeah.
Very nice.
What caliber was the Gatling gun on the A10s?
7.62, I think it was. Uranium tipped.
Yeah.
Depleted uranium.
Depleted. That's better. Yeah. Depleted uranium. Yeah. Whatever it is, anything inside just evaporated.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the videos on YouTube. The old target acquired, target destroyed.
Yeah. Very nice indeed, David. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, lovely.
And then I think this is Club Today, which I'm sure Mark won't mind going through. Andy, do you want to run through these, mate?
Well, that's Chris and Paul. Paul's a fairly new member. He's getting into cars things at the minute. Obviously, Chris is doing the learning to airbrush thing. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Set up there. Who we got next?
Sorry, mate. I've just had to mute Mark's mic.
We've got Clement on the right and Sean at the Jeep from S&G. Sean's not so well at the minute. He's got a bit of a problem, so he's going to have to go in for an operation. So,
look at that ugly mug.
Hey?
Sorry, guys.
Look at that ugly mug.
You're right. No.
That ugly mug there.
Me and Radders.
Yeah.
Them two fucking blokes looking fucking.
And the
Clement background. Andy was undecided whether we were going to do something or not, and he didn't, and then he did. So he's in Filey tomorrow doing his boat thing, but he's bringing his is it Leopold on company?
Yeah, the Leopold. Yeah. So I think we've got a pic of that in a minute.
Look at that.
Yeah, green stuff in her face.
Look at that.
Again.
Always eating. Always
When you
eating.
say the Leopold,
Always
are you
eating.
talking about the railgun, the Leopold railgun?
Yeah. The Leopold railgun, yeah.
I've seen her in real life at Boulogne, just at the side of the top battery. She's a huge, great thing.
Yeah,
What,
she
your
is,
wife?
yeah. In real
The
life.
Leopold.
Hey!
Even he thought it was funny.
And Andy White, would you just get a little glimpse of his diorama at bottom, which is extremely detailed, apart from his clean flag, that somebody rather rudely pointed out when he was going through it. Nice lad is Andy, so he's getting that ready for competition.
No, we'll be looking at that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Dale.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
our Dale, isn't it?
Oh,
No, that's
Dale.
not Dale.
No.
Oh, no,
No,
it's
that's Bob. Bob
Bob,
Bobler.
Bob.
Oh,
I always get them mixed up.
I thought that was Dale, you know, when I saw it.
No,
Wait,
so-
understood.
now then, old
Now then.
Craigie
Okay, now,
boy.
who was that?
It's
On the
good to
left.
see Craigie back in the club.
That fucking Craig Stinson lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Craig.
Fucking hell.
And on the right, we've got Graham Sanderson, who is,
Oh, Graham.
I think he still qualifies adult littles for distance members because he comes all the way from Cleethorpes to us. Nice lad. He likes a lot of his armour and
He
stuff.
does.
Nice
Yeah.
to see it when he
He's
comes.
building a Hummel at the minute. We're having a chat about it because I've recently acquired a book on it, and I've said I'll bring it up and you can borrow it for reference.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Trumpeter's just,
Yeah, it's nice. That.
Trumpeter's just brought out the 1/16 Hummel, and I'm sort of like looking at it.
Don't tell me things like that.
You don't need to buy any more kits, James. Fucking hell.
Shush. Shush.
Now, how many people need that many sanding sticks?
Oh, hang on. I'll go back there. Oh, God.
What, that
Christ
lot?
almighty.
How many sanding sticks do you need?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, no wrong with that, mate.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
good.
winding him up by saying that he were doing some sanding on, I think it was an engine or something. And I'm saying, if that were me, I says, the amount he paid for that kit, I'd be scraping up the plastic and saving it to make another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bunging it in me sprue goo.
Yeah, yeah. So now we've got Paul Tickle.
Paul Tricky.
Paul
Oh,
Tricky.
that's the
I'm
new chap that
terrible with
was up
names.
there when I was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he brings that little
Big Trev.
workstation. Big Trev and Mark Wilson,
Lovely fellas.
Mr. Figures.
Mr.
What
Figures.
that guy produces is unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff on the website, on the Facebook page. He's fucking brilliant.
I tried learning off him, and I was watching him do what he does, and I tried it, and it looked like I'd thrown up on my model. The guy's he's got the touch, you know, when somebody's, I think I'm right in saying he specialises in figures.
Yeah.
So he knows the shadows, like under the armpits, around the boobies. You've got to say boobies, and the thighs, and stuff like that. He just knows how to highlight them, how to, you know, create the crevices and things like that. I'm going to calm down now for 5 minutes.
What, after you said crevice?
Crevice.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. Whoa, where are you going?
Oh,
do you mind? Thank you.
Well, I thought you'd gone through all the pictures.
No, I haven't gone through all the pictures yet. That's Trevin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can carry on now because I think Andy needs 5 minutes.
Right.
He might pop in and see Gene.
Right, that's not a problem.
That's Dale.
Dale.
That's Dale.
He's
Dale
still
and his
working on
Hercules.
the earthy bird.
Cool.
Oh, hello.
Phil.
Martin Rudders and Phil.
Mr. Radford.
Him again. Hey!
Oh, fucking hell.
Now then, lads. Now then. You remember that chimp that took its own photograph?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's his brother, that is.
Beautiful.
Right, now we're into
the fucking beautiful.
Cheers, Paul.
I tell you what, I don't know who's cleaned up that model, but they've done a great job, you know.
Hey, nice one, Phil.
Spent
Phil,
hours on that cleaning it up, but well worth it.
Phil, I've got to ask you, obviously new to the club, what's your thoughts, mate? What, obviously from a sort of outsider's perspective, what we like?
Well, I don't consider myself an outsider, so hope.
Oh, he's gone.
It's a very friendly.
Where was my M3
club.
then?
Really friendly, really helpful.
Yeah.
Everybody looks out for everybody, and we all have a good time and a good laugh. And if somebody knows something, they'll share it with you.
Thank you,
I mean,
mate.
things that we do as well, Phil. Obviously, you know, I absolutely bang the biggest drum. The money that we've raised for charity, £13,900. The fact that we get the sandwiches delivered to the building that we're sat in. The fact that we've got free teas and coffees, and it's all just like chucked in with your £4. You know, it's good, mate. It is good.
It is. And if you don't like it, I have a phrase. There's 2 words and there's 3 F's, 1 at the front and 2 at the back.
Andy, what's your thoughts? Our rooster, what's your thoughts? We know we've had a really good day today.
Well, no, I think we've had a bloody brilliant day, to be honest.
Yeah, mate.
100%.
Without dragging it up, there's been a bit of an atmosphere for a few weeks. But today, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Honestly, everybody sort of went, all right, you know, and yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. And everybody's getting G'd up. I think it's competition fever that's taken over. And everybody's sort of...
I wouldn't know about that.
What?
I wouldn't know about that.
Why?
Obviously, so what I do, obviously, is I go around and I take a load of photos, but my body now is aching. Literally, it gets worse every bastard day. So I have to sit down and take the photographs. And if sitting was an Olympic sport, I think I'd have more golds than Tamia, to be honest. But it's the only way that I can get down. Cheers for that. Hey, nice one. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you've still got lines. You've still got lines between you. The next one is competition. James and Paul.
Yep.
I do need to. In fact, we'll talk about it now. So, if you remember, a couple of weeks since, we kind of said to the boys and girls down at club that you couldn't enter competition this year unless you'd got 10 meetings in. And we did that to protect the integrity of the people who have paid £4 subs week in, week out, in that medals cost money. And we felt that it were unfair as a group that people that couldn't get to as many clubs this year, so they'd not put as much money into kitty, weren't really eligible to enter the competition. We've changed that, like I said earlier. We've moved that rule. It is staying a rule, but it's moving to next year. Now, this year, we're pleased to say that James from Dover and Paul
from the Isle of Man,
and Paul from that there Liverpool is
the Isle of Man.
Is coming over in 2 weeks' time.
Yay!
In 2 weeks' time, and do you know what they're going to do? They're actually they are judging this year's competition. How much fun are those boys going to have? And we're also going out, boys, aren't we, on the Friday and the Saturday?
Yeah, we are. We're going out Friday and the Saturday. I think you're taking us out for a Chinese on the Friday.
Yeah. I might tell you where it is.
Yeah.
Send them to Zen. They'll not be disappointed.
Yeah, no, we're actually going to the Castleford Escape, to the all-you-can-eat, and there's absolutely no wonder, especially with me and
Mark.
Paul.
Mark won't be paying for fuck all because he's still recovering from fucking fish and chip game.
Fish and chips.
Yeah,
Fish and
that's right.
chips. Don't forget, this time last month I was paying £97 for fish and fucking chips.
Yeah.
Boys, are you looking forward to coming up and seeing the guys?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Depot. I've got my scorecards.
Yeah.
Have you got your orders in for pie and peas? Because we've been promised
we're
pie and
having
peas.
pie and peas, boys.
Oh, probably have the pie. I don't know about the peas. I'm not interested in mushy peas, mate. It's a fucking northerner thing.
Fucking what's wrong with you, you fucking heathen?
No,
Yeah.
no, I can't. My missus will have it. I know she will. She'll be
Yes,
like
she can
that.
have
No doubt we'll compensate with baked beans or something for yourself.
Yeah, mate. I'm quite happy with the pie. I've heard glowing reports about Jean's cooking.
We'll have a pie.
We've got.
I've heard fucking Gene's cooking glows.
Right, what's our Craigie put here, James?
Right, hang on a minute. We'll catch up. Take that one off, Mark.
Okay.
We'll catch up
Go
on the So Dave Taylor, very nice, James. I think that was to do with the kits that I've done. Rob, late year, been playing Battlefield 4. Go out and wash your mouth out with soap, young man.
What part
Dear,
of fucking
dear,
four
dear.
and fucking read like fucking 6?
Fucking
Battlefield
rubbish.
6.
When you
He
could
can't
have this.
fucking read and he can't fucking count.
Battlefield fucking
Rob, are you on
6,
PlayStation
have
or are
this.
you on Xbox?
Anyway, gorgeous, Paul. That was your.
I don't want you.
That's have a minute. That's not him saying that you're fucking gorgeous.
No,
I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it.
I can't do with these blokes that play on Xboxes all the time because the children, they're all just children.
Right. Yeah, happy days. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, you guys are going to be fucked if he's fucking judged and he can't fucking read and he can't fucking count.
Oh, dear.
Well, if you're judging, Paul, there'll be no wheels left.
This is just going downhill. Right,
Every model will have no wheels.
That's the A10. Andy's the gate is a 30mm. That's the A10.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on. Weathering scares the shit out of me, so I don't bother.
Pause.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'll hand that over to Mark. Hang on.
Thank you. Right, Dave.
Right, hold on. Let's put you on full screen so we get the full gist of it. Because I'm sure his future self will love you for it.
Oh,
Nice. All right, that. I will get to that in a little bit when we finish off. Dave, you're not the only one. Paul is also the first to admit that he is not a fan.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it.
He's not a fan. It can be a little bit of a skill. I'm not a huge fan, but I do have a go. So we will. What we want to do, I think, on one of the streams coming up is we do want to get everybody's views and best techniques on weathering, because when you watch the guys on YouTube who just seem to effortlessly be able to put shit on a model and blend it and make it look real, and it's the same as what Rue said earlier about sitting at the side of a figure painter like Mark, and you're trying to dot two eyes on, and one's looking in fucking Doncaster and the other one's looking in Wakefield, right? And there's certain people that can do certain stuff. So one of the things that we do want to talk about is weathering. Now, it won't be the next meeting because the next meeting is competition, which is what the nucleus of what we're talking about. The time after that, it might be time after that, the second meeting in November. It is the club's AGM where we make all the big decisions for the next year and tell everybody how much money we've got in bank. But we might look at weathering, boys, as the next topic of conversation. Are we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Good shout.
Thank you. James, I'll let you carry on with the comments now, please.
So hang on, I'll kick myself into there.
Thank you.
Then I will. Oh, sorry, not that one. It's that one there. Andy, I'm in Filey now.
It's surprising how far you'll go for fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, for cheap fish and chips, you twat.
Yeah, cheap. Yeah, not 97 quid fish and fucking chips.
Our ruse Gene has said, "You cheeky boys, roll on 1st of November. You're all dead meat."
I can
We're
believe
not
that.
going in your pies, though. We're not going in your pies, Gene.
No.
We got to eat them. Right, Craig.
Yeah.
I agree with. I agree. And
agree.
with me not attending club most of the year, I don't think it's fair. Feel it's fair me attending and entering. I think that's
the thing is there has to be. We decided last meeting there has to be a cut-off point that is fair, and originally I said it has to be 50%, and there's 22 meetings here, so it's got to be 11. You've got to come to 11 meetings to be eligible to enter into that club's competition. When you look at the grand scheme of things, if you're part of something, the end of the day, to be in the prize pot, you've got to go, haven't you? You've got to put your bum on the seat.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the way that your club works.
Yes,
Our
it
club,
is.
We pay a fee
an
through
annual.
the year, and I do believe you've discussed that anyway.
Well, when I spoke to Craig earlier on down at club and I explained it, Craig was the first one really that said, "Mark, I wouldn't have felt comfortable entering this year anyway. I've not been," and he hasn't been because he's got a new job, and he's training this Harris Hawk that he has on his fucking arm how to pest control RAF bases and oil rigs and all that sort of shit. And he's been focused on that, and that's his job. So I can't say to him, "Well, what you're doing, you should be coming to the club." It doesn't even comprehend. So, but what I'm saying is, Craig was the first one to say, I'm not.
Right, a little bit of useless information, but Harris Hawks actually hunt in packs. They're the only bird of prey that does it.
Just have a minute. Have a minute. Just have a minute.
Yes.
Have a minute. Have a minute. Have a minute.
Yes, that was extremely useless fucking information.
Yeah. Thanks for that, James.
Just another little bit of information. Birds don't fucking hunt in packs. They fucking...
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, because the Harris Hawk is the only one that does.
I think we may be talking about a flock rather than a pack, but I'm not going to split feathers with you.
Nice one.
Nice one, Phil.
There you go. Brilliant idea, Gaffer. I don't know what the idea was, but...
No, I don't. What idea? Tell us what idea was.
Weathering.
What was it? Just refresh our memory.
I like it.
There's no point asking Mark, he'll have forgotten.
Yeah,
I just referred to a good friend of mine, Douglas Barder. These fuckers were Messerschmitts.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, so I've still got 2 lines to go. Okay, you people know who you are. What do you think to this, having a look at the weathering thing then? Because I think what we're going to have to do for that is we're going to have to do a little bit of research and have a look at some people who are good at it. Maybe James on YouTube and shit.
Yeah, you can do. Well, no. Do you want to? Do we want to flash up on YouTube?
We can, because listen, as long as for the people who don't know, we've tried to play YouTube videos when we share our screen in the past, and because those videos contain fucking music, I get penalised and I get what's called a strike on my YouTube channel, because I haven't got the copyright permission to use that. But all I'd have to do, James, is mute.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
And then after that, it gets fucking analysed.
Yeah, because I think what we'll do there is we'll let I mean, mine's night shift. I mean, the man is just, yeah, he's brilliant. He really is good. But then there is a fair few out there that are really good. So,
are we finished? Are we finished on the Sesco page?
no, because Mark, I've finished on.
Sure.
I've finished on the Sescu Models Live page.
Right.
I have.
Right.
No,
Can I go on
hold
to?
Hold on.
No, but I had my MP up there.
Hang on. No, nothing's come up on mine. I know
You've got to
Mark
refresh your page. Refresh your page.
I've refreshed it. I've refreshed Sescu Models Live. Yeah, it's just my Dragon Wagon there. I know if I come out of it. Hang on, if I come out of it.
Well, I put it. It's on there because I put it up there earlier.
Phil. While these ladies are fucking arguing, you still can obviously come to Next Club just because it's competition, mate.
I'm coming. I'm building, and I've come in for a pie and peas. If you haven't noticed by now,
yeah, I was just going to say, don't.
My frame says pie and peas all day long.
I've got a comment about pie and peas.
What's that?
Yeah, it's liver and onions, but it's still it's not liver and onions, but it's still fucking delicious.
Well, I've had a bit of bacon in there, and that'd have to have some mash, so we'll have to complicate that one, but get it in there. But I need to understand whether we're going with the porcus of the pie or whether we're going with the steak and kidney or the meat and potato. I mean, you open pies, it's like a can of worms. Which pies are we going with?
We're going
I'm
with
a fucking worm pie.
I think it's a potato, isn't it, bro?
So Mark
sorted out. I think Mark's putting a post on, and I think there might be a bit of a vote for who, what's what.
Yes, mate.
Mark orders the pies, and he has been known to purchase pies that people prefer hot pies. So that'll be sorted out in the next week or so.
Paul,
can I just ask what time during the day does the Pie and Peas event occur?
The Pie and Peas event will occur. So we're all obviously going. So as you two guys are judges, we don't want you guys seeing who's bringing stuff in, do we?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
So ideally, you guys need to be turning up at literally 9:30. Okay. What that does is that gives me that gives me a window to say to the lads, you must have your models in on the table by 9:15.
That's not what I asked. What the
11 o'clock to answer your question, Paul.
About 11 o'clock, I would have thought.
What's that? The pie?
The pie arrives.
Yeah, the pie arrives. Yeah, that's fine. Right, yeah. AD, I've not got it. I've refreshed the page. I don't know how many times, but I've come out of it. I've reloaded it, and there's no pics on. But I know that Mark got it.
Let me have a look.
So if I click that,
I can see it in front of my eyes now.
What can you see the rat rod?
No. Dragon Wagon.
Dragon Wagon,
mate. You're gonna. I've added it up on there.
Shut the fuck. Can you shut up? Can you see the 1 in 48 Mitchell?
We can't see anything now.
No, I've just taken it off screen, so you're going to have to add it on, mate. You're going to have to refresh
I'll add it on. I will add it on. Let me just have a little looky here. Let me get that one on. So,
well, when we get to December and we start considering
brothers, isn't it?
Weathering, while Mark's looking for all that, we need to add into that conversation weathering pens, weathering pencils, and pigments, because a couple of the big players, Real and AK, are all doing weathering pencils, weathering pens, pigments, all this sort of stuff. So as somebody coming back to it, where do you bloody well start? What do you go with? What do you do?
I think that's a case of I've got weathering pens and pencils, and it's what you feel like the effect that they give is that the effect that you want on your model.
I've watched a couple of YouTubers on it, and they seem to apply them slightly differently, and then do different techniques. Because I mean, dry brushing's a technique in its own right, isn't it?
Have we both fucking jumped in forward in time here, or what?
Well,
We're planning, Paul.
Calm down, Niskowski. We're just having a quick discussion with our new member.
We're just thinking about coming round there and weathering that model for you.
Right,
you've
so
got it. Go for it.
I've got it. Right, okay. Thanks, James. So John up in Scotland 32 minutes ago says, hi, everyone. Sorry for not posting in a while. Oh, redundancy. Losing my best mate to cancer. Jesus Christ, John. I know, that's, yeah, we like to finish on a high, mate. I've finished this one in memory of this mate. It's calling it Grandpa's Hot Rod. It's a 1 in 25 Ford Model A, heavenly modified. Hope you all like it.
Very nice.
Let's get some pictures on for John. John is a distance member, lives all the way up in Scotland. We've met a couple of times now with his lovely wife, Sam. And I do know them that well. I don't even have to try and remember their names. John and Sam, what a lovely couple. So we're just going to have I'll blow these up for you guys as well. John is a bit of an award winner as well. John isn't shy on taking home a bit of gold and silver, let me tell you that. And if you look at the reason why, John knows what he's doing. John knows what he's doing around weathering as well. John, I think we ought to have him on.
That's nice.
Not forgetting the after. Look at that. Look. See, a few simple wires.
He's been on one, hasn't he, Mark?
He has been. Yes, he has been on once. You're quite right, Paul. You're quite right. Let's get John back on. I like how it's on the axle stands. What is that all about?
Yeah, and you've got his brake lines in as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at all the wiring, Mark.
I think
little bits of wiring, mate.
Yes. Well, I think looking at that, if Mike Brewer and Ant Anstead saw that chassis, they'd want to replace it. Nice engine work, John.
It's even got the dipstick there, look.
No, that's Mark.
Oh.
Fighting talk. Yes. Thanks for that, Mr. Root. Spark plugs 1 in 24 scale. Yeah, very nice. Well done, John.
Excellent.
Well done, mate. Always nice to have a look at your work. Ian, in fact, let's just read it before we jump straight in. So Ian says, my latest build, 135 border models BF, and I'm struggling to see this without my glasses on. 109
GC.
109
Thank you guys. Built for my channel. And the FW190-6 Academy. Hang on, Paul. Academy 140. Mitchell. Build.
Mitchell D.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, this is Ian Taylor, his kitchen table modeler.
He is.
That's a lovely aircraft.
Yeah,
we've got weather in here.
We have got weather in there.
Yeah.
And that's not over the top. That's just about right.
No.
Yeah.
Perfect. Reinforced shading.
Nice.
Washing. Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, happy with that.
Yeah,
very nice.
I think you might have to get Ian on as well, mate.
Yes, I know.
And aerial work as well.
Ian, if you want to tell us if that's easy line or fishing line or what diameter line that is, that'd be handy. Some nice work. Lovely. Let's dissect this beast underneath. Are you telling me that massive aeroplane carried 2 fucking bombs?
No,
you're not a ball.
Well, where's the rest?
on top, underneath them.
Underneath them 2.
How many did it carry?
More than 2.
Depends on weight at bombs. Don't forget, they're all weight rated.
Yeah, that's right.
If you look at the Lank with the Grand Slam on, it only took 1, but you only wanted 1 of them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was a bad day.
There you go, Mark.
Lovely.
Stunning.
That's nice.
Ian, if you want to tell us also what paints you're using, mate.
Yeah, no doubt he'll come back. Hang on. Just wait
And
for
I'm
him a
sure
minute.
he will. I like the subtlety there. That's like a duck egg blue.
Duck egg blue, yeah.
Yeah, the greens in there, they're lovely. Just faded in properly, then, Mike. Really nice.
But that vibrant yellow has just got a little bit of engine oil around it at the top end, which is where it would be. I mean, that looks stunning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lovely job. Are we decaling, Ian, or are we using masks? What's the crack, mate? Come on, you've got to add all this detail in, and you've got to tell us.
Aftermarket, mate. Aftermarket.
Seat belts.
Aftermarket, boy.
Aftermarket.
I was at Cosford on Thursday this week, and I could send you some pictures of the real thing, and they look exactly like that.
Yeah, we went down last year, Phil, me and Trev. We had a lovely day.
That's a beautiful kit, that.
Is that did you say it was the Revel one?
No, it's hang on.
Trumpeter on it.
Trumpeter.
Is it a trumpeter? I thought it was a border for 35th, but
yeah, it might be the border. Yeah, might be.
Could be the border 35th.
Oh, it's a 35th. Right, so, sorry, I thought it was 32nd.
So obviously we've got brushwork here. We can see that, and we've got some flicking brushwork there. Some more streaks. It's simple dot and dab brushwork. I'll tell you what's good with that. The Humbrol thinners, really good for that. Tidy, nice one. Look at that. Now, have we got engine out here?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I once tried to read.
Here we go. Hang on.
Go on.
The aerials are made of 0.01 millimeter sewing elastic from eBay.
Wow.
Paints for the 109 and a 190 of Vallejo Model Air.
Wow.
With enamel and oil weathering.
That's right up Paul Street, that Paul, isn't it?
I say that knicker elastic or sewing elastic is, I know Flory uses that. Highly recommends it.
Yeah, mate. I do like the subtlety, and I can tell. And same as what Rue said earlier, not bigging myself up, but I can see the subtlety there of the airbrush work.
Yeah.
I know that is down from there, and are we even really trying to come back for paint? I can see that.
Mark, I'm going to let you read that one.
Right, so I can't read it. Let me put my glasses
on, mate.
So the Mitchell is painted with the new. Get what?
Yeah.
Gallieri
Kaleido paints, a custom mix. Never even heard of them, Ian.
Well, they make a paintbrush for Gallieri, but I haven't heard of them making paints.
No, we're
new one on me.
Literally just been out the last week or two.
Look at that, look.
Yeah, that's nice.
Tidy that mucker. That is nice. I don't want to sound condescending when I say well done, like I'm a dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you failed, mate. You always sound like a dickhead.
All right.
What about it?
Remind me to invite all your fuckers back on next stream, won't you?
You fucking swallow dived into that, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. That's it for that. Right, so...
Well, where the fuck is my...
You've got to
go... Where's my fucking M3 then?
What M3?
Yeah, see, it's not on.
refresh your page, Mark. Just for
just done that, and you can see.
Right. Can I just say?
No.
Can I just say a minute? Right. So you're not trying to get onto like the Sescu and Hemsworth club page. Is it not on there, Aid? Because I posted on Sesco.
I've got it in front of me now. I've got Sesco's model live up and my things under the link for tonight's stream. I can see it in front of your face.
Has it been approved yet?
Yeah, right. Can I just say as well? No, not that one. The Sescu and Hemsworth page. Right? Because there you go. Is it not on there?
No, I checked that one.
No, that's weird. That's weird, that, because I posted the pictures you've seen earlier of my Burger Panzer and the Leopard, which was on Sescu Live page. I pretty much copied and pasted that exact post onto Sescu and Hemsworth page, and it's not there.
It's not there, mate.
So something's gone on with the page.
Can you see the link for this? Can you see the link?
It's not bending her out, is it, Mark?
No.
Because Rue, I'm pretty certain Rue is actually posted on my post.
Right.
Don't his comments on the
Really?
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
No.
No.
KTM said, try clicking on the See More tab under the live stream post.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really?
I don't know if you can see that. But there's my post on the Sesco and Hemsworth page on my phone.
Right.
But I've got to go looking for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that on your cameras or whatever. Or
can't see it in a minute.
I'm not sure, mate.
And this is that's the Sesco live models live stream.
Right. I'm not entirely sure, boys, if I'm absolutely honest.
No, mate, I've not got nothing on here. Try posting it again,
back into it and have a look. No, I've only got the first post I've got on is still John, and the second post is still Ian. Even after a refresh.
I've got a severe echo.
I'm not sure why that is. Anyway, besides the point, let me make that screen bigger. James, if you wouldn't mind, let's go round the comments one more time.
Yeah, so we did that one. That's from Ian. All models are deckled and painted freehand with a 0.2 millimeter airbrush.
Yes.
So,
right. Yeah, I get that.
Try clicking the See More tab under the live stream. Andy's come. There have been issues with Facebook auto hiding pics until the admin approves it. Yeah, that's why I thought Mark might have to approve it to get it in. I've had it a few times where I posted someone's liked it, and then Facebook kicked it into admin approval for no reason.
A couple of months since, in fact, a month ago, Andy Norfolk, you had the same problem, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I sent it and it went pending. I contacted you, and you apparently bollocked Facebook, and it ended up going on.
I did. So basically, as much as we love AI, anybody that runs a Facebook page, apart from your own personal page, knows that a couple of years since Facebook introduced AI to take a lot of the decision making out of what you did. But we never had pre-approval pictures on.
Can I stop you a minute, Mark?
Yes.
I'm gonna drop out and come back in again because I've got a really, really bad echo. It's awful.
We never had post approving things on. But Andy, well, you mainly that were like constantly kept coming back saying, "I'm posting on. It's not showing." And then when I go into the club settings on the page, it were constantly saying, "Oh, this is marked as potential spam," and you're like, "How the fuck can you say that?" Because you've been a member for like years. Andy Norfolk's been a member for years. Why is it picking him out as an individual and saying you need to pre-approve this? But I will have a look into it.
Well, we've had that on the breakfast orders previously, haven't we? A couple of weeks. But this week, I think everything went through, didn't it? Because I didn't hear anybody saying they hadn't got the sandwich.
That's because I double, triple, quadruple checked that order before I sent it.
What you'll learn, Phil, if it's all to do with food, Mark will double, triple check everything.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised he don't even check your sandwiches before you get them by taking a sodding great bite out of them.
And that's because he went to school with those two girls, as we learnt today.
Aye. I'd like to know a story about that. Yeah, then, love. How do you fancy a sausage? Get in. Oh, hey.
Cool beans. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Have you enjoyed it tonight, Phil? Have you been all right?
All good in the hood.
All good in the hood. Listen, stay where you are. I will be right back. Paul, have you enjoyed talking about aftermarket?
Fantastic as always. Fantastic as always.
Nice one. Stay where you are, love. Stay where you are. Let's do. Rooster, have you been all right today? It's been a while since we've had you on, but we've got you back in now.
Yeah, I've been sort of like sat back a bit because there's a lot of stuff that, especially with the aftermarket stuff, that I don't know. So rather than make a fool of myself, I've kept quiet. But I've learned a lot,
fine, mate.
Like you do. So yeah, I've right enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Nice to see you all again.
Fine. Stay where you are. I'll be right back. Adi, all good in the hood?
Yeah, mate. Always a pleasure and a most enjoyable stream tonight. Always good to chat about with like-minded people about the hobby.
It is, mate. Stay where you are, love. Stay where you are. Me and James again.
No, mate.
Oh, it's fascinating having us both being able to.
It is.
Control buttons. It's lovely, mate.
I'll try and while you're
we both think on the same speed.
Right, so let's run through these last.
Yes, mate. Yes, please.
Ian, another great show, lads. Many thanks, Mark. Hey,
cheers, guys.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. It's good to have you on, Ian.
Definitely.
Maybe we will. Maybe Mark will try and get you on.
We'll get you on. We'll get you on, Ian.
He deals with all of that.
If you're up for it,
Mitchell,
tell us that you're up for it, mate. We'll get you on.
Have a good one, mate. Or Craigie, good evening. See you all again soon. Craig, I'm coming up in a couple of weeks, mate. So
1st of November, Craig will be with us.
Give him a big Plymouth hug as well.
Yes, mate.
Portsmouth, as Paul would say. And the last one from Ian, from Dave, Ian. Great show, guys. Nice to see Rue and Phil on tonight. Take care, guys. You do the same, mate. Ian, would love to come on, Mark. Good.
Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Good. We'll sort that out.
James, stay where you are. You've been fantastic tonight, helping with the stream as usual.
Thank you, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed it as always.
Stay where you are. I'll see you in 2 minutes. And that leaves me. I've got a no camera. Can you tell? So I've got sort of like no lighting that either makes me really, really flushed out or makes me look really, really dark. Cheers, Jeannie. We had a really good chat tonight. We've had a brilliant club today. It has been absolutely fantastic. 20 boys and girls have come and plonked their ass on a Sesco seat, and we really, really can't wait for James and Paul to come up in 2 weeks' time, and I've got to really, really stop saying really, because I'm even winding myself up. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight. Thank you ever so much for all your comments. It's not easy to sit in front of a screen with people on trying to read comments, trying to do things, and trying to keep everybody entertained. Obviously, the crux of tonight's show was aftermarket, and earlier on in the show, if you heard me say I've ordered this for the ICM, I do actually use a lot of aftermarket, not so much the photo etch, but certainly things like the Quinta Studio sets, aftermarket decal packs, and the few sort of odd resin bits and the 3D printed bits, because we've got Trev down at club, and he'll try as help as all he can. So yes, I do actually use it. Of course I do. I think anybody in the right mind, reading all the comments and not using what is available to you in this day and age, would say that they're not maximizing the hobby, if that makes sense. When you look at the hobby as a whole, when you look at fishing, when I used to go fishing 40 years ago, it was so different back in the day to what it is now, with different rigs, different methods, and Phil will echo what I'm saying. And basically, time does not stand still in any hobby, whether it's a new cricket bat, a new football, a new paint that's come out, a new fishing style that's come out. You've got to accept that progression is going to catch up with you at some point. Whether you use it or not is entirely up to you. But I'm just going to tell you now that I do use it, because the models that I was building 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago are completely different now to the models that I'm building now, because I can add more enhancements to them. And personally, even though sometimes it can be a struggle spending money on hobby, because I've still got 2 kids, I do try and do my best. Okay. I think that just about wraps it up. The guys have been great tonight. Round of applause for absolutely everyone. Phil, it's been a joy having you on. Rue, thank you very much for coming on. I can see the guys at the bottom of my screen, and we're going to come back into the green room now and finish off the chat before I go to bed. 2 weeks time competition. I can enter, but I'm not gonna, because Paul and James are going to come all the way to club and come and judge the competition. I personally feel that it would be unfair of me to enter. So that kind of lets me go in with some earplugs in, happens, and take loads of photos for you guys that I can put on, or even video it. We'll have to have a look. We'll have to have a chat about that down at club. Andy and the guys, I'm sure you'll all have a little say, you know, and we'll try and share the video, or try and share as many photos as we possibly can. But we will be, now then, we're not doing a live stream after that club, because we're going out for tea. So we might have to do it another day, but we will be back, and we will keep you informed as soon as we possibly can. Okay. It might be club after, but we will keep you all informed. All right. Thanks to absolutely everybody that's tuned in now, and thanks to everybody that puts up with all of us going forward, or when you're watching it on playback, and we'll call it a day. Okay. Stay safe, take care, and we'll all catch you next time. Cheers.